Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Jason. I'm a Course in Miracles student and a channeler. And today I just want to come on today to do some channeling and talk about some energy clearing that I've been doing recently. Um, so I've talked about this before, but that some of the places that I work, um, some of the places that I teach music in are not, the buildings are not, the energy is not very positive energy. Um, and I've been spending a lot of time clearing that energy. And the one place that I'm teaching at, the energy is very much, it's cleared a lot more than it was in the past. But the other place, since there was a kind of a winter vacation time, I went back there. And it was a place that where I used to teach at, where it was... the first time I went there, it was quite shocking because it was a summery day. I think it was early spring, and it was just really nice outside, and the birds were singing, and I was kind of really happy. And I walked into the building and into the room that I'm teaching, and I just felt this dark, depressing feeling, really sad feeling. And I realized that that was the building, and that I had to clear the building there. And how I've been clearing these buildings is what I do is I listen to the stories of the people that, or the spirits that are kind of trapped there. So it's just kind of, I've talked about this before too, so sorry if it's repetitive, but the movie Ghosts, where I think it's Whoopi Goldberg, is a psychic, but she's a con artist, right? So she's not really a psychic, but she's pretending to be a psychic. But then she starts actually seeing Patrick Swayze, I think it was, who actually was a ghost. And so she starts becoming able to see, and then there's this whole line of spirits that want to talk with her. And so it's a kind of similar sort of thing, where, before I would sit down with them and they would come and tell me their stories, and then we would, talk about it, and I would try to send some light, or try to use myself as a channel of light to help to transmute their energies. And not to say that I was 100%, perfectly. I wasn't. I was just starting out, and but it really cleared up the energy again. But recently, just this past week, I went there, and it was, I got to start clearing up the energy there again. But so also in addition to that, my room that I channel in has become like it's kind of like a lighthouse, I guess you could call it. And then since the frequency is rising, a lot of these shadows, there's no place to hide anymore. And also a lot of these spirits that are sealed, like the genie in the lamp, are coming out to be transmuted. It's a great time of transmutation. And this is also related to all of the portals that are on important parts of the ley lines. These portals had been, this is like a few videos ago I was talking about this, but the portals actually have been reset, at least in my area. And so when the portals are reset, up until this point, a lot of the portals had been charged negatively, and they're charged negatively. And what happened is there was like a light worker reset of these portals, so that they've been set back to neutral. And so what's been happening in my room in my meditations in the morning is that I'll get someone will come, a spirit or a being will come and ask for help. And so the past two beings that have come have been spirits whose soul has been trapped in a portal, in order to make it a negative portal. It's like the idea of a genie in the lamp. The genie was sealed into the lamp. This is a similar idea. The genie is sealed in the lamp, and people use that energy. This is the same idea for these portals. When they charge them negatively. So that's what happened. And so just this past week, past 2 weeks, I guess there's been two beings that have come, and I just got back from another clearing another portal. So the portals themselves are clear, and that's what I've been heard. So it's the reset. They've been reset, but it's kind of like I'm kind of like the after cleaner. I'm just coming in and cleaning up trying to clean up the rest of the energies. They can't clear up all of the energies, so I'm just going, for example, to help these beings that have been trapped to free them. And that's my spiel. That's my story. That's what I've been doing. um, it's an interesting thing that's happening, and I think a lot of people are coming more and more online. It seems like people around me are starting to experience this a little bit more. So I think I just imagine how wonderful the world would be if we could all start be able to do this and just clear all of this energy, and just what a wonderful world we'd be able to live in if it were just so much lighter and there wasn't those that dark energy that pulls us down, because we're not made for that. We're made for love. We're made for light. We're made for peace. We're made to enjoy ourselves. And anyway, so that's my spiel about that. And then I'd like to just channel a bit. And here we go. Greetings, we are that one that you know of as Isis, and we are here, and we are here, and we are here, and we are here to tell you the good news. And the good news is that everything's going to be fine. All of you are going to be fine. And this being in front of you is going to be fine. And all of these beings that have been sealed are going to be fine. You see, this is all just a part of the experience, a part of the big experience that you have all taken part of on this planet. This wonderful, beautiful, wonderful experiment that you're all a part of. The experiment in soul growth. And your souls have been growing so much. You have been learning so much in these past few years. Much, much more than you could learn in lifetimes. Everything is being sped up so that you can have all of the experiences possible in this short period of time. And this is a wonderful time for all of you. And at times it might feel tiring. And at that time you just take a step back, take a break, and then jump right back into it. Because this is the time of greatness. This is a time of greatness, a time in your history of greatness. You read about those times in your history of greatness, and you wonder, how could have that happened? And now you'll see, because this is the time you are approaching, and you are already in, and it will become more and more clear to you that you are in a time of greatness, a time of super strength, of super powers, of super amazing changes in this world. And this is the time for you. So our message to you in this time is to hold on, just hold on. Don't worry, things will start to shift and change, and you will see these changes in front of you. And once you start to see them, you'll understand. And that's where you're going. That's where you're moving into, this amazing, amazing time. So hold the line, understand that everything is shifting and changing, and this is just the time. This is part of the process. This is the last step before you jump into the time of greatness, before the time of greatness, which you will have already begun to step into. Before that time, there needs to be a clearing up. There needs to be a tidying up of loose ends, of all of the different experiences that you need to experience before you go into this next step, this time of greatness. And so understand that this is what this is all about. And what this being is also doing is tidying up loose ends. These are also soul contracts that he has made with these beings, that he is helping to unseal, helping them to be free. This is part of a contract that was made before he came. And many of you also have these contracts where you are here as a lighthouse, where you're here to present your light and shine your light. And many times you don't even know it, but you'll be guided to places, and you'll just wander around that place. It could be a park, it could be a building, it could be anywhere. And just by being in your presence there, you are shifting and changing the energy there. And that is what this being is also doing. He is just doing it in a conscious way. And we would love to say to all of you, and we will say to all of you, that you are very, very much loved, and you're very, very much protected, and that everything is happening at this moment for the best, for your best good and the best good of the whole universe, and that you are amazing creators and amazing beings of light and beings of love, able to create the most wonderful inventions imaginable and even unimaginable. The power that you all have at this moment is more than, yes, more than you can imagine. Unimaginable amounts of power and energy and beauty and love at this moment. And we would just say thank you to you for all of the beauty that you are. All right. It just reminded me of one thing too. Okay, that just reminded me of one thing I wanted to talk about too. Is I was looking through old journals, and when I went to India in 2018, I went to northern India, Rajasthan, and I was in Rajasthan, and we stayed at this 5-star hotel. It was beautiful, just amazing, but it was very surreal. And what I was told by my guides at the moment was I was setting, so just by me being at that moment, I was not able to channel, and I was not really aware. I was emotionally aware. I could sense things, but I wasn't aware. I wasn't able to channel at that time. But what I was doing at that moment was working as a lighthouse. I was planting seeds of light in certain parts of Rajasthan when I was there. And I had no idea. I was just there as a tourist, but that's my story there. Anyway, so thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in the membership, we've got twice a month we have a live Q&A session, and we've got a sound bath every month, and it's a good chance to just ask all your questions, get a channeling, and so yeah, if you're interested in that, please come. It's a nice community, and all right, ciao.